If there is one thing I cannot stand, it's being patronized. Having my intelligence insulted by people who basically would talk to anybody as if they were a complete moron and act like they have no idea what's going on. Now, that being said, this kind of goes back to my She-Hulk video yesterday. You know, I laugh when I see people make responses, oh, well, you're just afraid of women, and what are we triggered by today? It's you people don't understand, and you're the reason why entertainment is shit, okay? Because half of you used to say you're fighting a culture war and you create nothing. You create nothing. You complain, you build yourself and you insulate yourself in your fandom, and then you pull the ladder up and tell anybody else who tries to take the same path that they're just triggered and they're complaining. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really hilarious that after, you know, kind of fading into irrelevancy, you know, you try to punch down. But no, it's absolutely hilarious to say that, oh, just because there's people men who don't like the look of the She-Hulk show. Well, guess what? It's not because it's She-Hulk, because probably 90% of She-Hulk's fans were guys, because she was sexy, she was powerful, she was funny, and men in general appreciate that if they're not complete insecure douchebags. Now, I make no bones about the fact that I like strong women, both physically, mentally, otherwise. It does not bother me. I'm not intimidated by it. I grew up in a house with 3 women, so that kind of thing does not bother me at all. I'm interviewing a female wrestler who could probably kick my ass later this afternoon. And she's amazing. Her name's Jennifer Thomas. She's been on the channel twice. Now, that being said, somebody intimidated by strong women would not, sing the praises of them so much. But here I am, not intimidated and celebrating them. And this brings me to this article that we're going to cover today, another bounding article about She-Hulk and how the show was shot through the female lens. And I know already some of you are getting ready to pounce on your soapbox and say, you're just a misogynist, afraid of blah, blah. We just covered that. And if you missed it, you can rewind it unless you're too stupid to do that. No. The female lens, now that is a spectrum of viewpoint. Now, it depends on the individuality of the female and how she sees the world. So, unfortunately for us, the female lens, when it comes to Hollywood, usually translates into misandry. And that's okay by Hollywood standards, because men bad, especially men with melanin counts that look like me, because we're all evil, stupid, or both. Right? And according to Hollywood, no man, especially a white guy, can ever be good. You have to be stupid. You have to be constantly put in your place by a female in these new woke garbage properties. And She-Hulk was a success with the John Byrne run. That was the most popular run of the comic, arguably. And here we are today. Here we are, getting ready on the precipice of the release of She-Hulk in about 2 weeks. I told you guys I'm not going to review it for the channel. I'll check out the first episode, and we'll talk about it on one of the live streams, whichever one falls closest to the premiere. We'll talk about the first episode. And that's all the attention I'm giving it. I haven't seen Doctor Strange in its entirety. I sat down, tried to watch it, fell asleep twice. Said I'm done. I'm not going to watch it. This is boring. I know what happens at the end. No, not going to watch it. Thor Love and Thunder, I have avoided like the plague. I didn't watch Ms. Marvel because that show clearly was not made for me, so I'm not going to waste my time with it. But that being said, this is a 4-minute preamble. Let's get into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, allow Mind Monkeys to roll the footage.
Wow! Jeez, what the hell, man? Is the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely.
Hello? That's not funny!
Yeah, that works.
I like
all right,
that a lot.
all right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tulip?
Is there something left for me to save in the wreckage of my life? I've become...
She-Hulk director Kat Coro confirms Disney Plus series developed with focus on, quote, inclusivity and making sure the story was told through the female lens. Now, I talked about the female lens and how that is a objective term used differently for each individual or a group of individuals, whoever that certain viewpoint may represent. Talked about that in the intro, which went on for 4 minutes, sorry. But really, here's what we have. We have a series about a character in the Marvel Comics who was very, very popular. Very popular. She was one of the Avengers, you know, she was in the Fantastic Four at one point. And we're going to see this character bastardized. And I say that not because I'm a triggered man who's scared of a strong woman. No, I say that as somebody who appreciates the character for what she was. And I've seen what they've done to her in the comics in recent, you know, Red Hulk making her trans, you know, basically making She-Hulk into the Hulk with a crop top and a ponytail, which is completely stupid. I mean, you're ruining one of the most iconic female characters, arguably, that Marvel had. For what? For what? Because you have Dana Schwartz on staff and your director is a feminist. I mean, you know, every woman in Hollywood is an intersectional feminist now. I love the argument, like, well, if you're not a feminist, you're a misogynist. No, feminist, modern feminism isn't feminism. You have all the rights. You have them all. You have them. And please spare me the Roe v. Wade shit. Spare me that, because we're not getting into that here. We're not. This isn't the Handmaid's Tale. You know, it's funny because my wife's like, yeah, I have male coworkers that we all make the same thing based on our experience. And, you know, it's just some jobs, that's how it goes. You know, you make more for experience or, you know, your educational background or whatever, but, you know, they get paid the same. And she has a damn good job. So it's kind of funny that all these, oh, well, you're afraid of something. Yeah. Please tell me that you have no argument without telling me you have no argument. If you go right to incel, misogynist, afraid of women, dude bro, neckbeard, if you go right to those insults, you really have no argument, and you're just looking for validation from your other sycophants who, you know, jump on those sort of things and glom on. So no, this is not going to be a good show by any stretch of the imagination, in my opinion. And that's another thing. That's another thing I heard yesterday in a video was, well, how do you know? You haven't even seen it yet. You haven't even seen it yet. It hasn't even come out.
Every day it's the same thing.
Well, why would I give this show the benefit of the doubt when every Marvel show that has hit Disney Plus subsequently has been more feminist, leaned more on the identity politics? Loki, for example. You know, Loki was a complete moron in his show. He was weak, but Sylvie was so strong, so powerful. Loki needed 2 guards. Sylvie needed 10. You know, WandaVision. And I love Wanda Maximoff. I love the Scarlet Witch character. Elizabeth Olsen plays her great. Problem being the writing. You've got a moron who didn't know how to read comics.
What a maroon.
Writing the show, admittedly on her part, didn't know how to read comics. And you have, at the end of the show, Monica Rambeau, they'll never know what you sacrificed. Yeah, she sacrificed a lot for her imaginary children who don't exist. And she held an entire town hostage out of her sadness. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, woe is me. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. It was stupid. It was stupid. It was horrible writing. What other dumpster fires came? Oh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You need to do better. You need to do... Oh, and then we have Freckle Jesus, who, of course, is the strongest woman in the entire show. Freckle Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, my. She's such a hero. She can't be a villain because no woman can ever be a villain.
Don't let him make you the villain.
The reason they're bad is always inevitably a man's fault. They can't just be bad because they're bad. It's always a man's fault that a female character is bad or evil. Let's see, what else? We had Black Widow. Black Widow, for example. That was all, you know, the guy who runs the Red Room. You know, female Taskmaster, because that needed to happen. We needed to, and then they don't even get a female stunt person. They use a man, which was clearly a man's body, and CG or deep fake, whatever technology they use, a woman's face on it. It looked like shit. It was horrible.
I am the strongest woman this state has ever seen.
There's that. I don't even need to bring up the Eternals. God, what a dumpster fire that was. Shang-Chi, what's his name? Fing Fang Foom? What the hell was the Hong Kong Fooey or whatever his name is, the leader of the 10 Rings there, Shang-Chi's Papa. He, he was, of course, bested by Shang-Chi's mama. She was, more powerful. Shang-Chi's sister, couldn't learn the fighting technique. She taught herself in the shadows. So, of course, she's able to beat Shang-Chi up, who he can take out anybody except his sister, because no man can ever beat a woman at anything, in any Marvel movie, or any movie past the year, I don't know what, 2000? I mean, it's funny. I was somebody sent me a clip of WWE the other night. You've got Rhea Ripley, who she's a big girl. She's built, Props to her. But they show her choking out Dominic Mysterio, Rey's son, and I'm like, can you imagine if they reverse that? Can you imagine if they reverse that? So please, spare me. I mean, to go a little bit further into that, you have Tessa Blanchard, professional wrestler, right? Indie circuit now because she made some racist remarks on Twitter and got canceled, and they rightly fired her for it, which is fine. She made some very unsavory remarks about I believe it was another female wrestler who's black. So, good on her. Fire her. Get her out of there. Toxic. Gone. So she's got to make money where she can now. She's working the indies, doing her thing. You guys are paying her to, video herself taking a shit. She does it. That's no joke. That leaked. Cornette talked about it on his podcast. But the point with her is, Nick Gage is like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". He's like my height. Well, he's like 280. Guy's massive. And she goes over on him to win the heavyweight title. The Impact heavyweight title. Think about that. 125-pound woman.
Goddamn right, I'm a killer.
I don't care how skilled of a fighter she is. All this guy has to do is literally wring her neck or just punch her. And she's done. But, in the world of professional wrestling, suspension of disbelief, this 125-pound woman is able to out-muscle and just destroy a 280-pound man.
I will eat your babies, bitch!
Because that's something that happens. And, of course, the crowd, yes, Queen, slay. As somebody who wrestled, was in the independent, and walked away from an angle like that, because they're like, we want this woman to go over on you. And if it made sense, and she was a trained wrestler, because at the time I wasn't fully trained, I would have been like, let's do it. But she wasn't trained at all. Had no physical imposing presence about her whatsoever. I outweighed her by 115 pounds. I told the promoter, peace, I'll see you. Oh, no. No, I'm not going to embarrass myself, ruin my gimmick, because you think it'll be funny to put this 105-pound woman over on me when I weigh 225 or 220, whatever I was. And I'm like, no. And I was going to walk. This whole thing, I'm not even getting into the article because I don't need to. This whole, we're seeing the inclusivity through the, Marvel was always inclusive. It was always inclusive. I don't know what smooth brain idiots look at this now and go, oh my God, when was the last time you heard somebody complain about Storm being the leader of the X-Men? And they're not mutants. It's the fucking X-Men. It's not mutants. They are mutants. The show, the movies, the characters, they are the fucking X-Men. It's called Mankind, not People Kind, Justin Trudeau, you cuck. This whole argument, it can just be summarized and boiled down to stupidity. Stupidity on the part of Hollywood. Sheer fucking hubris on the part of Hollywood. And the intersectional feminists that have taken over, and the weak beta males who have allowed that. Now, I'm not saying you can't have women as executives, because by God, if a woman is more qualified than a man for the job, she should have that job. But the caveat being, in this post-Donald Trump world, in this post-2016 Ghostbusters world, everybody thinks, oh my God, equity of outcome. No, equity is shit. Equity is a fallacy. It's false. You can have equality, but you take the E out, focus on the quality. are the products we're getting from Marvel quality?
They're gazebos! They're bullshit!
That's subjective, but objectively, based on box office returns, not as much as they once were. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. It's not because people hate women. No, it's not that. It's that people want good entertainment that doesn't punch them in the face with the message. That's what they want. So please, spare me the I'm such an insecure man routine, the song and dance, and bring something a little more substantial to the table if that's what you're going to fucking come back at me with. And say, oh my God, these people are just so triggered. And then, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of triggered men. Really? Really? You're tired of triggered men. Men are tired of being shit on by entertainment. We're tired of it. You know? And I'm not making excuses for any wrongs that women have been, put through in the past. I'm not excusing that. Two wrongs don't make a right. Two wrongs don't make a white. That's the video, folks. That's it. It was a rant video. It was just a rant. So, you know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, ding the bell for notifications. Are you watching She-Hulk? Are you not? Have you pretty much checked out of Marvel, the MCU? I mean, in the trailer, they're like, it's mushy TV. Nah, it's not. But like I said, I don't pay for Disney Plus. I'll watch one episode. I'll give you my thoughts. And then I will sweep it under the rug and forget about it until we start getting reports and hearing how low the viewership was. And this is no slight to Tatiana Maslany, but, honey, She-Hulk, you are not. She-Hulk, you are not. I could name 15 to 20 female bodybuilders, stunt women off the top of my head that have acting ability, are absolutely beautiful, have a very functional level of muscle that would have made the CG look like a polish instead of got a slab on CG to this 100-pound fucking female because she has absolutely zero muscle in her entire body. That's it. I'm Infinitale Chronicles, the place to be reviews. Been here with all of you. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. Do you want to send us stuff? Because this is how you send us stuff. We have a P.O. Box now. That's right. P.O. Box 924, Prudenville, Michigan 48657. If you have anything you'd like to send in to the place to be reviews, that's where it goes, and that's where your packages will be coming from as well when I ship things out to you, my Kazooians.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Up into the ring in just a moment or two for more exciting fucking action.
Get your own.
Take that, you bitch!
Oh, what the hell?
How'd you like that?
Hey, joke's on you, I have hepatitis.
Boom! I could